So the nanny exit. This was something I was always very curious about. So this is why I asked this question, like what happened to the nanny? Because, a lot of these things have a root cause from Nick has, said it over and over. It's because his stress levels went through the roof, obviously, because his nanny left. I mean, that makes sense. When my maid can't come to my house like for a whole month, dude, it's terrifying. I mean, I obviously straighten up, but God, it's like she does a lot, man. She does a lot. Yeah. So this is Amelia brings up a good point, and this is what I was just thinking about. I was actually thinking about what Amelia said, which is really weird. She said it's a hard decision to leave because you love the kids, being a nanny, obviously. And if this nanny is in this like situation, it's a live-in nanny, right? I might be wrong. You develop an attachment to the kids, so that leads me to theorize that what happened had to be pretty damn devastating, right? If you build an attachment to children and you are getting paid and you relatively have your living situation met, it must be something pretty fucked up. That's what I've always thought. I'm like, yes, you got to be something real fucked up, right? Because you got a gravy train. And I think Simone said something about the Imholtes being there daily. I will say, I don't get it. Dude, I would kill myself if I was around Aaron for like more. And look, nothing against the guy, but God, he's just so unlikable. God, he's unlikable. So now as far as April, I don't know April. April seems kind of like a normal, like white lady. So I don't really know, but yeah, Aaron. Oh God, could you imagine? Something about his personality seems so forced. I don't know. I can't put. It's like he's an alien who scanned human behaviors, but didn't have time to finish and only hit like the basics, and then that's his personality. And it's something about it. It pokes at that part of my like biological alarm. It's like, don't fucking associate with this guy. Don't do it. Something about it. And look, again, I mean, if he heard me saying this, like, nothing against the dude. It's just, it doesn't click with me. Something about it. Some people click better than other people, I guess, but I don't know. I don't understand the Aaron friendship. Now, hey, look, I understand the April thing. Look, dude, I understand the April thing. Okay. If your like wife or girlfriend is totally cool, you like smashing like a young white girl like all the time, that's pretty cool. That's a pretty cool situation. I can't fucking hate on that, dude. That's dumb. I can't hate on that. That'd be a lie. But as far as the Aaron thing, I don't know how that's like fuck that. Ooh. Imagine that. Imagine having to have it like to get what you want, you gotta let like Aaron go at you. Oh fuck, that sucks, bro. Just think about Aaron with his like radio voice. You like that bitch? Yeah. I'm gonna slap your ass. Oh, like I love you, baby. Say you love me. I'm like, oh, with his boobies flapping. His boobies flapping on you. I'm sorry, Aaron. I'm sorry. Oh fuck. Anyways. But yeah, I don't get that, Aaron. And not only like smashing him, I'm saying like being his friend. Just being his friend. All right, anyways.
And so
DS Ford says you're actually making fun of Lady Rackets. Do you realize that? What, for like allegedly hooking up with Aaron? Yes. Yes. 100%. How dare she? Like, how could you? Yeah, of course. What?
Well, it was that was I don't know. It was incomprehensibly stressful and frustrating because it crippled my ability to do things like trial streams and stuff, which I had been wanting to increase starting in February. And we got the message from her that she was leaving in the middle of February, and it was like, holy fuck, how are we going to do this? And so you just make it work because you have to. But the people online, you don't want to, again, there are limits to how much you want to let people online into your lives and how much that peak impacts people who have nothing to do with it. you know, her included. And so it was like, all right, how do you do that? But yeah, that stress was fucking brutal, man. Like, and if you're like, oh, it's just driving your kids, like, no. Many of you just drive your kids. The amount and the destinations and the time living out in the country, everything is 15 to 20 minutes away. Everything for every time. So if you have a kid with a 40-minute activity, it's 15 to 20 minutes of driving, 40 minutes of activity, and then 15 to 20 minutes of driving back. So when you have kids going to multiple different places, that's how they all go. And it's
is there any because I have not researched any of this. Why, like, look, I don't have kids, obviously. But if your kids like all have like choir and soccer and shit, I'd just say no. Like my parents did that. My parents were like, I want to play football and do this. And they're like, yeah, you choose one. You choose one, Cody. You get one thing. And I was like, I'll just play Halo instead. I didn't want to do shit. So it all worked out for me. But, you know, my mom, and if I played football, my mom and dad would be like, okay, well, you can just find a ride home. So I would go straight from the school to the field house and then find a ride home. That's what I did. You know, my parents didn't drive me anywhere. They didn't have time. They were both working like full time, you know, they were working full time. Is there any reason why the nanny left? I don't, because we've never talked about that. Like, you've never told me like why you had one.
It's really fuzzy. I'll say yes. Obviously, there's a reason that the nanny left. And we got one story from her, and I don't think that story was honest. Right. Because I've seen some other information about it, and I don't want to put her on blast in any way. Like it just happened. So it was sudden and kind of devastating for us. But hey, it is what it is, and you don't really get to like object to the like. I object. You have to stay. No, I mean, like someone quits their job, they quit their job, and refilling that role. I mean, it took us a long time to find this person in the first place. So,
do you think? Okay, so this is like me just speculating. If the nanny did something fucked up, then I mean, well, I don't know. It depends on who you are. But if I had a nanny and I had, you know, and I was relying on this nanny and the nanny was like, I'm out, bitch. And it was like a really traumatic out, I'd blast her ass. I'd be like, my nanny's a bitch. You know, I would say it immediately. But if she was involved actively in the case, then obviously I wouldn't. So that's like where my mind goes. Like, because somebody the other night, I think they made the comment that the nanny allegedly could have been one of the mandatory reports or whatever, or one of the reports, you know? So that was somewhere my mind wandered off. Because if they were actively involved in the case themselves, you couldn't really talk about it. But yeah, somebody said the nanny left because the Imholtes were always there. Yeah, if I was a nanny and I loved them kids and I had to be around Aaron all day, yeah, you best believe my ass would be gone. But yeah, I'm out.